So hello, my dear customer. Today we want to introduce our calibration programmer use guideline, where we show you how to use our programmer to do the connection and to do the testing and the calibration of the turbo actuator. So today we just opened our programmer kit and show you how to do the whole process. And today we also prepare so you can have turbo actuator here. And we will do the training step by step to teach you how to do the connections. So as we get our programmer kit in the box, we can see here on this side, this one is our Actuator master inside this one, and also we have different harness and our charger. This one is for the voltage converter. This is the water meter. This one for the smoking secret. Plus this one, different USB camera for us to do the software updating. This one for the power line, and this side we have different two kind of connectors to the Actuator master. So as we get this, because this one with the ESD, the greedy bag, then we put this bag out, then we put it out, so we get the Actuator master. So from here you can see on this side, this one was switch, this was a macro USB, this one was type B USB, and this one's for the DC 24 volts input. For this side we also have a different port here. This one for 5 pins port 1, the 12 pins port 2, and this one's 4 pins port 3 for the harness. So for now, so we pick this up, then remove the ESD back, put it inside. So we need to get a charger here, the charger, the different plug, we plug in. Then because we found that for this connector, it's a little bit hard to connect this, so we need to use this one. So put it inside, then insert this port, and also we have another connect like this, but this one is fully same with this cable. The difference between this cable to this cable, because this one is more longer. As you use in the vehicle side, you can use this to make the wire more longer. So we can show this. If you're in the vehicle side, we need to take the electricity from the vehicle. We need to put this to the plug in the cigarette seat to take the charger, because sometimes the vehicle side the voltage is 12 voltage, so we need to combine this voltage connector can to change the 12 voltage to the 24 voltage. If you made the 12 voltage system, then you can use this. Then put here inside, then to plug to the vehicle side, right? So we can do also the same things. Fix them like this. Then we plug in this side. Then we can take the power, go to the Actuator master. So these systems, these two kits used to in the vehicle side to take the electricity. Okay. Continue. As we say, if you make the 12 voltage system, you need to use this. But for if you make 24 volt, you don't need it. Okay, because our actuator 3 master need to input 24 volts to support the whole systems. So if you have this one in the vehicle side, you have to use this voltage converters first. Okay, but for now, because if you at home or in the workshop, you just need to this. For the adapter, the AC/DC adapter, we can see here, we use the input from the AC 100 to 240 volts, the different hertz. But for the output, we need to DC 24 volts and the DC 10 amperes. Okay, so for the turbo master, we need to use 24 volts to operate the whole systems. So we put the button to open the system. Then, as we see, they have two harnesses here. If we put a little bit different from this, sometimes we have two types. One is 4 pins, another is 5 pins. So if we test the Holset turbo actuator, then use the CAM protocol. So we just need this cable, 4 pins. Okay, for the put that back, 4 pins mean that this is the red one for power. For the yellow and the green is ground. For the yellow is for kind high, for green for kind low. So we just need to put this plug into our side. We have the port 1, port 2, port 3. If we need to test the Holset turbo actuator, we need to put this inside for the port 3. Then make this, secure this, tightening as you fit this well. Okay, for port 3, we finish the connections. Then we have a different harness here. As we know, we have point. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types harness used for different turbo actuator. For this one, it's typically for the H400, the new generation actuator, right? But for this one, for the D3, for this one, for the IXX Cummins. This one's for the scanner. This one for the Parker from Dove truck. This one is popular for the Volvo. Okay. So on this side we can see the another side is totally the same. Cords from this side we need to connect to this. So this side is fully same. Just need to plug into this side. Okay. But we take this one. Do an example. If you get one turbo, it's one kind of easy way to tell you what kind of harness you want to use. You need to use, because the harness we have the mating harness to connect here. We put this inside. It's an easy way for us. For this, it's just to confirm the harness color to color. If the color is the same, then meet the harness is correct. For example, for this one, the red one to the original wire, right? For the yellow green to the green white. For the green to green, yellow to yellow. Then you can confirm this is good. Then you just need to put this inside. Okay, so you finish the connections. For this one, use this for they have the part number here. This one hardware number, right? So we can do the testing We open the Actuator master, then we click anywhere to go for the next. So this one, we go inside. We have different hardware version, the software version, something else in this site. Then also go here, we can to read our device ID in this page. If you have this is a standalone. Every Actuator master have a different device ID in this page. Then go back, you can do the part selections, click here. For our current software, we have a different part number in this list, but we need to choose the Holset HE2345. If you didn't know, for this, if you get one turbo actuator but you don't know which voltage should be taken for it, so you can choose anyone for this. For example, we can take this turbo actuator, then we choose anyone. Maybe for example, take the 12 volts for the turbo actuator, then we do testing, do this, so we can read this, right? So from here, we can now wiring the actuator voltage was wrong. Press back for reselecting the voltage, right? And then we go back for the results, because the turbo actuator for this part number belongs to the 24 volts, but we choose the 12 volt for this turbo actuator. So we need to get this wiring side. So for these items, just need to take back. Back, then choose anyone 24 volts. Then we can do this, so connect the rail, then read this. So here you can see we get the voltage here, but the voltage measured equal here. So we can get the test result here to connect it very well, right? One, for example, for 3787658. If we found that in this site, we can know. For this one, we put this inside. Then can use to choose the different part number to match in this one. But if we found that in this area you don't have the part number in this area, then you can go back for this one, for general, put this, because we know from the 1T minus SK for the number 2 K mean the 24 volts, then we choose the 24 volts like this. Okay, so we go back here. The first step, we need to do the testing of the actuator. For actuator, we can use this page to read the part number, hardware number, series number, software version, voltage version, and the voltage measurement. This item means that what input from our systems, the operation angle. Okay, we do the testing, then we can read the different part number from the turbo actuator. This is the whole original information in the PCBA. Okay, also we can combine some kind of, how to say, give it this kind of tips for us. If you get this wrong here, then we have this kind of tips for us go next. Okay, can read here, because for now we go here the turbo actuator without the operation angle inside. We need to go back to do the calibration. For the calibration, as we know, for different turbo, we have different nameplates, have a different turbo model. Because as we know, this turbo actuator is for the HE 500, then we can choose this in this side. But we found that, for example, this one is for the HE 3. We have two types HE 3 series. But for this one's the old one, this one's the new version. So we need to choose this. For the HE -1 for this. For the HE -2 for this one. If we get this HE 200, we need to check it for this. And also we have different HE4 and HE5. We can observation that if you choose a different model, the super spine limitation range will be changed accordingly, right? For this one, for HE4, we have this spine range. For we change this, also change, right? The different spine range like this. So for now, we just need to test HE5. Then you can follow the tips. Select the turbo model from the nameplate. We finish this. Then to the next, please disable your actuator from turbo like this. So mean that you need to disconnect the turbo harness, then put the turbo actuator from turbo. Then step 2, plug the actuator to the Actuator 3 like this, right? To the connector. We finish the 2 steps, then you click next. The next, we also have the tips here. In the tab 2, we need to do the output gear. This one is output gear. This one is for the second gear. If we press the next, the zeroing of the gear will be rotated automatically. Let me show this. So we click here, then make this the gear zeroing finish. If you use by hand to rotate it, the gear is very hard to do this, right? That means the gear go back to its 0 positions. The 0 position means that in the second gear, you need to put the second gear to the left side and right side, the limit to do the zeroing engage, right? So because for this one, we have no turbo inside, so we use this to this. This is simulating the second gear. We put this inside, then this one's simulating the second gear. Then we put this. Right? Then finish this. Then we click next. The next, that means have the price calibration button to do it automatically actuator calibration. So, as we know, this one for the right one, the right curve is the actual angle. For the black one is the command angle. If the real angle match the command angle very well, that means tooth curve matching without big deviation. That means the hysteresis is very good. That we can pass this testing. Okay. Then after this hysteresis, we get this curve out, then we need to finally do the lung testing. We put the lung testing. So as we all finish all of this testing, we get this. Okay. Then for calibration step we finish. It's qualified. Then we finish the calibration, right? So we finish the calibration. We also need to do the hysteresis and the lung precise. The hysteresis means that we need to check the VDG mechanism have issue or not. Then we can get the real operation curve to the commander curve. So let me show you this. I've finished the calibration and I ask to click here, hysteresis. If we get a hysteresis output, the gear will be automatically running. So we also can get the curve outside.